Hello, Mark and Christina. Jeremy here from Premier Pools and Spas. I want to say thank you for spending all that time with me on Friday. That was a total blast. You guys made it so much fun, and I just want to say thanks for just that great sales call. I love to be able to connect with my customers, and you guys really know how to connect. So I really do appreciate the time you spent with me, and I'm excited to share with you your first design. So I was able to jump on this today. I didn't have any appointments today, so I was able to kind of get this done a lot quicker than I had expected, and I'm going ahead and send you this ahead of time. And I'd still, like, if we want to move your Zoom call up earlier than Friday, like sometime earlier this week, we can definitely do that. I'd be happy to do that, and we can go ahead and compare our schedules as needed. So, okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the 3D design here. All right, so switching over to 3D. Okay, so first and foremost, what I want to do is let you know that this pool, I put a lot of extra stuff in here because I want to make sure that you guys can see what the possibilities are for a holistic outcome, like something it's just a complete design. Even though we don't do the like landscape lighting or the landscaping itself, we can do all the pool and all the decking, you know, the concrete or paver decking if you'd like. We don't do the fencing or anything like that either, but I did want to draw a lot of this in, so that you can get an idea of what this could potentially be when it's all said and done, all finished. So let's go ahead and take a look at this design. Now, this design right now, I've got this design to a point where I can build this pool and everything that has to do with the pool itself, and then of course all of the decking around the pool, tie it into your existing patios and your carport for about, right now I'm sitting at about $950 a month at an 8% rate for a 20-year loan. So I just want to give you an idea of kind of where I'm at. You know, Mark and I had, you and I had talked when I was jumping in my car, kind of like what the max would be, you know, for what you guys can handle and be comfortable with, and you said $800 to $1,000 a month. So right now we're at about $950, and that would include everything in the pool. This feature over here, the raised feature, you know, with this rain feature in here that I drew in, which is super, super cool. I love the rain features. And then pebble interior finish, the tanning decks, a couple bubblers. We don't do the furniture, so I just put the furniture in so you can see what it would look like. But once again, you know, I was trying to work with a certain budget, and I think I'm getting close to something that will work for you. But of course, we want to go ahead and nail down this design. So what I've done is this really whimsical, freeform design, something that I really thought the girls would absolutely love. You know, I was toying around with the idea of having something spilling off when you first get into the pool, like between the carport and the actual water line of the pool. But after playing around with a few concepts, I felt like the best outcome really would be give you a water feature with like you know, like a rain waterfall that you could actually see when you're sitting over here on the deck, right? So now this is now part of the ambiance. So you're going to hear that water noise, you're going to see that waterfall in the background, and then what I did here was I put a big bench underneath so that you and the girls can actually get into this and almost treat it like a grotto, so to speak. So this is just a gunite wall that we would go ahead, it's the same, we would make this wall the same way we would make the wall of the pool. And then right here I have a stack stone facade on it right now, but we have a bunch of different kinds of facades that we can do. I'll have to get a little clarification on how to put together the cap on this, and then insert the rain feature and all of that, but I'll talk to my construction team about that. We don't do a lot of these grottos, so it's not something that I am super familiar with when it comes to how that cap is built out, but I'll get some more I'll get some clarification. It might be one solid concrete piece that we just dress up with either stack stone or travertine or smooth stone facade. So, but we'll do some research there. I just wanted to draw something up to give you an idea of what it would look like. Now I put some planters, all the curvature on the outside of the deck here. So you have 3 feet of a walkway, 1 foot of coping, 2 feet of concrete. And then I put a little kind of a little planter border here. This is just me playing with some different textures and different ideas, but this is just like little black stones that you can put on the perimeter. I mean, I've seen this in a couple designs. I really thought it was really cool to delineate. And then let's go in here real quick. I'm just going to clean something up as we're talking. Whoops, sorry. Here we go. Let's go ahead and make the grass look prettier. There we go. All right, and now we've got our 3D grass. Okay, cool. Make a little bit more room for you to see. Okay, so let's look at the specs of the pool. So we have a couple tanning ledges. You don't need both if you don't want both, but they're very, very useful. People love hanging out on the tanning decks, and kids absolutely love them. I put a little entryway here in the shallow end, of course, off of this tanning deck. Another tanning deck over in the deep end. That way, no matter where the sun is at, if you want to catch some rays, you've got a spot to catch some rays. Of course, you can be out here on the deck as well. Let's see, the size of this pool, if we look at the smart data, I'm going to tell you what the size of the pool is. So the envelope is that green rectangle that goes around that pool. That green rectangle right now is about 21 and a half wide by just over 36 feet long. So it's a pretty decent sized pool, especially for that space right in there. And then I know that you're thinking about adding on over here. I haven't drawn that in. I wanted to show you what this would look like without the add-on. But I think that if we were to, if you want me to draw that add-on and then, you know, just kind of complete the design, of course, I'll absolutely do that. And put some furniture back here and a kitty. So you know, a little cat there, some beer, some snacks, some towels out there, some more furniture. And what I did was I fenced off this area where I put all the equipment, including your existing AC unit, just to delineate, just to push that stuff to the side, so it's not something that you're just looking at all the time. And the size, back to the size of the pool, so our volume of the pool is 12,379 gallons. The area is 400 and almost 42 square feet, or I'm sorry, 500, almost 542 square feet. So once again, it's above average. It's above average in size. And I have the deep ends from 3 feet to 6.5 feet or 5.5 feet right now. But of course, we can change that depth profile as needed. So once again, oh, and I drew a playground past the water feature there. I drew a playground with some black mulch in it and just bordered out with like kind of like a railroad tie border. But I put a swing set in there and a trampoline, just some things I thought the girls would like. But once again, just trying to look at more of a holistic solution here. Now, if we look at what it's going to look like at night, this is so cool. So I put some lighting in here. You can see that I put some lighting all the way through the whole design because I want you to see what this would look like and understand what this would look like at night as well. And I just find that it's very helpful when we do that. Let me just adjust that light there. Very cool. So if we go back here, you see that there are two lights in the pool itself, 1 and 2, and that will be pointed away from the house so that it is basically illuminating the pool and then shining some light on these rain features right here. And then I put some landscaping lighting around the perimeter of the pool, and I put some upward canister light, some uplighting on the trees themselves. So I put some palm trees in here, went with kind of like a tropical theme. But once again, if I make a little more room for you guys to take a look, we back out, you can kind of see what all that looks like with a lot of lighting. You have this little walkway behind the grotto area, and so there's enough room to kind of walk around. And yeah, so and let's turn this back on. There we go. And if we do it during around dusk, right before the sun goes down, you can kind of see what it's going to look like out there. Some pretty cool shadows. Or just, it's nice to be able to see what your shadows are going to do at different times of the day. There we go. And let's go ahead and drag the sun around. So let's see what happens. So you can kind of see what's going to happen with those shadows during different times of the day. Awesome. Okay, so, you know, once again, I wanted to create like a complete design, not just the pool next to the house, but dress it up so you guys can understand what the possibilities are. This rock feature right here is 3 feet tall. That gives you a nice spot to kind of sit in here and get under the, this will give you shade and water running over you. And of course you can turn these water features on and off. Right now I do have, you can automate these water features, the bubblers and the rain features, you can automate so you can control them from your phone. You're already going to be able to control your pump and filtration system and your lights inside the pool with automation, but it would be a little bit more expensive to automate any water features, but I can do that for you. All right, well, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think. I hope you love the design, but of course I am expecting you guys to ask me to make some changes, but hopefully this is a good starting point and we can go ahead and jump on a Zoom call together and see if we can get a little bit closer to the design you want. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.